Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Wrestling Takes, and on the debut episode of Raw on Netflix, Hulk Hogan made his grand return to WWE, only to be booed heavily by the California crowd. And honestly, I think WWE has a problem on their hands because I'm not sure if you've seen the rumors, but apparently WWE are planning to bring back Hulk Hogan as a heel to put over a face up and coming talent. Now, I don't know what you think about this. I mean, first of all, why was Hulk Hogan booed? Let's get to the root of that. The past year, it's kind of past 6 months more to the point, he's been campaigning heavily for Team Trump in the US presidential election for the Republican side, the Republican candidate, the winner, the future president, well, the president elect Donald Trump. And obviously, LA, California, is a blue state, a Democratic state, so I guess that gives people in the crowd a reason to dislike Hulk Hogan there. But I think it goes a little bit deeper than that. As you may know, there has been a lot of racist comments coming from the mouth of the Hulkster in recent years, or in kind of throughout history, to be honest. But yeah, they've kind of only come to light in recent years. He was actually barred from WWE for a number of years before Vince McMahon eventually brought him back. But I don't know. I don't think this was expected. I have heard internally that Hulk Hogan was really disappointed by it and shocked by it, and I'm not surprised. You know, it is sad. Without Hulk Hogan, Raw on Netflix does not happen. That's just the fact. I am a Hulk Hogan fan personally. I understand people that aren't, but yeah, without Hulk Hogan, the Raw on Netflix would never happen. I wouldn't be sat here right now. A lot of us wouldn't be wrestling fans, in my opinion. But also, you can play devil's advocate with that. Without the fans, without us, Hulk Hogan wouldn't be a thing. He wouldn't be a celebrity. He'd just be an average old man. You know? So it goes both ways, really. And the way he treats his fans compared to some other wrestlers really isn't great. I've been to his shop and he charges you to even step foot in his ring. He charges you for an autograph, for a picture. It's like, come on. You know, without the fans, where would the Hulkster be? Nowhere. But like I say, again, you can look at it both ways because without Hulk Hogan, WWE in the 80s would never have propelled to the mainstream, and wrestling and sports entertainment would not be a mainstream sport, if you want to call it a sport, which I do tend to call it a sport. But anyway, I'm ranting, I'm waffling. More to the point here, the Hulk Hogan problem that WWE has. Now, we all know Hulk Hogan did turn heel Bash at the Beach 94, 95 was it? Maybe 95? 96? Somewhere around the mid 90s anyway. Hulk Hogan in WCW Bash at the Beach. It was the NWO, the Outsiders, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash in a tag team match, I believe, against Sting, Macho Man, and somebody else. And there was a mystery partner, and we all were not expecting it to be Hulk Hogan. I wasn't alive at the time, obviously, but you guys that were, can let me know in the comments. I believe it was one of the most shocking heel turns in history. Hulk Hogan comes out. You think he's here to save the day for Macho Man, but no, he drops the leg on Macho Man and turns heel. And the people were throwing in trash into the ring and everything. They were throwing in bottles, food wrappers. It was crazy. It would never happen these days with the security. But yeah, someone even tried to enter the ring, and he got knocked out by Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, I think. But yeah, crazy, crazy moment. Booed heavily. So Hogan's not. It's not like he's not used to these kind of reactions, but this time, he came out with his yellow and red and American spirit, and he was getting booed still, which I don't think was the intended reaction when Triple H sent him out there. And honestly, it is kind of sad, but away from the point, like I said, Hulk Hogan has been a heel in the past. Hollywood Hulk Hogan to great effect, I must say. I mean, what from the mid '90s up until what 2002, Hollywood Hulk Hogan was running wild. He's multiple time world heavyweight champion. He had that great match WrestleMania 18 against The Rock when he actually turned face unexpectedly when the fans turned on The Rock in support for Hulk Hogan. All the nostalgia came out. All the people in the crowd wanting to see Hulkamania one more time. We did. In the Ruthless Aggression era, Hulk Hogan had one more run as the Hulkamaniac, and he did eventually win the WWF Championship as well, which is just crazy because he was quite old at the time. But yeah, like I say, Hulk Hogan has been a heel in the past, and we know he can do it to great effect. But what do we think about Hulk Hogan coming back to WWE as a heel? For one, he's going to be very limited to do anything in the ring. I doubt he'll be able to do anything. Perhaps a steel chair shot. We all know the infamous Hulk Hogan steel chair shot where he like taps them on the back like that is brilliant. But I doubt he could drop a leg or get his leg high enough for a big boot this time. You could hand someone some brass knuckles or something, but I've heard he's coming back to put somebody over as a face. Now I'm not sure who that could be, to be quite honest. What about like a Carmelo Hayes? I don't know. I'm trying to think of like young up and coming stars that WWE might want to turn face or be able to get to support Hulk Hogan. But my only worry is once people realise that their boos of Hulk Hogan are being manipulated by WWE and being kind of abused by WWE, they're going to use the boos from the crowd to make it seem like Hogan's a great heel. I'm worried that people will just go silent and not give him any reaction, and then that's not only going to hurt Hogan, but also the guy that he's working with, the babyface, will not be getting cheers either because people just will not want to see anything to do with Hulk Hogan. This I don't speak for myself here. I would like to see Hulk Hogan back on TV. I really would. I think they really lacks that star power at the moment, especially on SmackDown. You've got Cody, and honestly, apart from Cody over on SmackDown, there's not many big stars. I mean, Raw, you've got Punk, McIntyre, Seth Rollins. You know, you've got a few pretty big stars over there, but and Sheamus, Rey Mysterio. You know, there's a big list on Raw, but SmackDown, other than Cody, there's not too many great big stars because obviously Roman Reigns doesn't turn up very often. So Hulk Hogan, especially on SmackDown, could add to the star power. But I'm guessing Netflix would probably want him on Raw. Would they even want him at this point after the reaction he got on the debut episode on Netflix? Would Netflix actually want Hulk Hogan on TV? I guess that's a question they'd have to answer internally because I do not know. But yeah, like I say, he was not happy with the reaction he got. You can tell. You wouldn't be, would you? You've worked your career 40 years in the business, and that's the kind of reaction you get. It is kind of sad, but who else does he have to blame but himself for a lot of the stupid things he said in the past, whether he meant them or he didn't? You just don't say stuff like that, do you? But another issue, I guess, that could arise here. Hulk Hogan's coming back to put somebody over. We know Hulk Hogan's history and his lack of putting people over, I guess you could say. There's been plenty of times where Hogan's been asked to do a job when he hasn't done it. I mean, the one that springs to mind, I think 2000, Bash at the Beach, WCW. And he just would not drop the World Heavyweight Championship, and the show was completely ruined because of it. You had Vince Russo coming out and like grabbing the belt and everything, and it was just all a big mess. And it ruined Jeff Jarrett's moment. Jeff Jarrett was supposed to win the belt. Hogan was like, "No, brother, we're not doing that. I'm staying as the WCW World Heavyweight Champion." And poor Jeff Jarrett had to just lay down, take the pin, 1, 2, 3, and that was the last he ever saw of Hulk Hogan in WCW, despite him walking out as the World Heavyweight Champion. So, could we get a repeat of that? I don't know. I think Hogan's more mature at this stage. What is he, 70s, 80s? I don't think he's going to go into business for himself here. I mean, it would certainly add to the heel aspect of his character. Get Eric Bischoff back as his manager. Honestly, I don't know. I just don't really see how this is going to benefit WWE, and I do think they do have a little problem on their hands here as to whether they go ahead with this or not, because there could be some serious backlash. Do you just go for it? Especially now on Netflix when you can kind of say whatever you want. Do you just have Hogan come on and start making like wild comments about the kind of subject you can sort of guess that I'm insinuating here? Do you just go for it and get him as the biggest heel of all time? I don't know. It would be wild. I doubt they'd go that far though, especially with like the younger audience. That could really get out of hand. But it would be certainly funny for us the fans. But yeah, I mean, do let me know in the comments. Are you wanting to see Hulk Hogan return to WWE as a heel? I don't know. Hollywood Hogan perhaps with the NWO outfit. It could be exciting. I mean, what if Kevin Owens, McIntyre, and Seth Rollins do form the new NWO and Hogan joins them? I mean, there's a lot of possibilities here. They don't really need Hogan. They can all speak very well on the mic for themselves, those three. But it would certainly be entertaining, wouldn't it? But yeah, this is the new style of videos I'm doing here, where it's kind of just more, it's unscripted, and I'm just talking, giving my feelings, because I have claimed in the past a lot of times that I'm going to be consistent on this channel, and I just haven't been. As you can tell, I've not uploaded in months, and I do apologise for anyone that enjoys the videos. The main reason being is the daunting prospect that is editing always puts me off on that. I've always got other things going on that seem to take higher priority for some reason, and I never get to it. Whereas this here doesn't really take too much editing, just add a few images in and clips and whatnot. So I'm hoping I can stay a bit more consistent with these. Maybe not daily, but at least a few a week. Any other topics you want me to discuss, let me know in the comments. And if you like this style of video, let me know. If you don't, also let me know. If you don't like this style of video, please let me know and I can adapt it as well. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but hopefully it's someone's cup of tea. And if it was your cup of tea, leave a like because I'm afraid I've got some bad news. This video is about to end. See ya.